Welcome to Furniture Flipping for Profit. I'm Cynthia, and I post videos on this channel showing you how I take old, inexpensive, or free furniture and then refinish, restore, and restyle it so I can sell it for a profit. I use a variety of ways to change the appearance of the furniture to make it more sellable. I hope you enjoy watching my videos as I go on this journey to give new life to old furniture and make a profit along the way. I've been flipping furniture for about 10 months now, and recently I sat down and I evaluated how much profit I made monthly during that time flipping furniture. And I was really pleased to see that in 1 month I made almost $6,000 flipping furniture. As I looked at the profits each month, I found that my profits have in fact increased every month. The amount of furniture I flipped didn't increase, but my profits have increased because I think what's happened is I've learned how to cut my costs, I've learned how to be more efficient, I've learned how to spend less for furniture and put less time into it, and yet continue to produce high quality work. So the intent of my video today is to share with you some of the things I've learned during that time to increase my profits. I hope you find this information helpful because I feel that anyone can use this information to increase their profits flipping furniture. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Bye. Rule number 1 is one of my golden rules. Pay as little as possible for furniture and supplies. I find quite a bit of furniture listed for free in various locations, so try to get it for free if possible. It only makes sense that if you buy a piece of furniture, a dresser in this case, for $100, and the most you can possibly sell it for is $200, and you spend $20 on supplies, that's $120 worth of costs. Your profit will only be $80. Whereas if you got it for free and spent the same $20 on supplies, you've just made $180 profit. My golden rule number 2 is to inspect the furniture carefully. Know what you're getting into. I'm really guilty of this. At the very beginning, when I started flipping furniture, I did not take into consideration the condition of the furniture and the time that it would take for me to bring it up to the condition that I could sell it. There was damage to the top of the furniture, missing veneer, the drawers didn't work properly, etc. All of that takes time to fix. And time is money when it comes to flipping furniture. It costs money to buy replacement parts. It takes time to find those replacement parts. So inspect the furniture very carefully and don't buy it unless it's in really good shape. My rule number 3 is do your research. I determine what sells in my area for the highest price, and that is what I flip. For example, I found that media consoles that are in good shape, that have been completely redone, sell for about $350 to $400. The most popular color seems to be white, and if they have beadboard on them, that does make them very sellable. However, you can purchase a media console for as little as $25 or $50. This one that I sold for $375, I actually got for free. However, I cannot sell dinette sets. Look at these. You can pick one up for $50, $75, and some of them look to be in really, really good shape. It looks like the most I could probably sell a dinette set for is $125, $150. Therefore, I do not flip dinette sets. I produced a video, and it is now posted, that refers to a $2,200 profit I made on flipping a dining room set, a formal dining room set. And in that video, I go into a lot of detail about how you can determine what sells for the most money in your area on Facebook Marketplace. So please refer to that video for a lot of good information. My rule number 4 is that people pay more for updated, modern-looking furniture. If I took an old dresser and just simply painted it white and put the old hardware back on it, then I'm not going to be able to get as much money for it as if I had switched out the drawer pulls, because the drawer pulls, if they were contemporary looking, would really change the dresser style completely. There are some examples here that I'm showing you of that. What I do when I go to refinish furniture is I look at currently available furniture, and then I try to design my flip like it. And you'll see on these particular pieces of furniture that I have shown here from the Pottery Barn website, the thing that they all have in common is that they're very simple in design. They have sleek drawer pulls, and many of them have legs. That's what is trending right now. So they're white, they're stained a very dark color or a very neutral color. Those are three things they all have in common, and that's what I try to duplicate. This is my process of refinishing, restoring, and restyling. First, I clean the furniture, then I repair it. I restyle it, I sand, sometimes just scuff sanding or sometimes sanding it to remove any dings or scratches, etc. I then remove the dust, I prime it, I then sand it again to get rid of any nubs on the primer. I then paint it, and right now I'm only using chalk paint, and then I sand it lightly to get rid of any surface imperfections like any nubs, any dust that settled on the paint, and then I seal it. To flip easily 10 pieces per month, I have developed a strategy that really works quite well for me. I only work part-time flipping furniture, and I usually do it on weekends. So I do 2 to 3 pieces per weekend, and I work on them simultaneously. So in order to do that, the selection of the furniture is pretty important. I choose 2 easy pieces, and what I mean by that is those are pieces that just need to be painted, maybe switch out the hardware, and that's it. And then I choose a third one that requires more repair or detailed restyling. So I get them all set together, and then I sand all of them at the same time. In other words, I start with the first set, I sand it, then I sand the second, then I sand the third. I then take each one into the paint booth, dust them all off, and then I spray the primer on. I started using spray primer because it only takes 15 minutes for it to dry. I use an oil-based primer, and best of all, it only needs 1 coat. When you roll it on, you have to do at least 2 coats, and it takes overnight to dry. So this has really sped things up quickly by spraying on the primer. And then I spray on this paint, and I started spraying paint recently as well. The paint sprayer that I'm using was only about $50 from Amazon. It's not a name brand. It works really well for me, and it speeds things up immensely. After they're all dry and I let them sit overnight, after I've painted them, then I apply a sealer with a sponge or I spray it on. That's my process, and I can easily do the 2 to 3 pieces simultaneously in a weekend. Restyling furniture can mean many things. Adding new drawer pulls or knobs will completely change the style of the furniture. Adding new legs or a base, updating it with a new contemporary color of paint or a lighter stain, restyling the drawer fronts or door fronts with a different design or getting rid of carving also completely changes the style of furniture. You can also reconfigure the design of the furniture by removing drawers and instead leaving the area open as a shelving area, or you can completely change the function of a dresser to make it a buffet. My rule number 5 in furniture flipping is go for the gold. I always do my absolute best whenever I refinish, restore, or restyle a piece of furniture because I want to get 5-star reviews. My golden rule number 6 is that photos sell the furniture. You have to have good photographs of your furniture when you list it on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, it's been my experience that people frequently purchase the furniture based on the photos. When they come to look at the furniture, they've already made up their decision to purchase it, unless it's grossly incorrect from what they saw on the pictures. So I take well-lit photographs, sharp, close-up images, and post those on Facebook Marketplace. The pictures that I took of the dining room set sold it for certain. I had just purchased that set a few weeks before on Facebook Marketplace, and she couldn't even get $500 for it. The only difference is that I had good photos and she did not. So those photos were worth an additional $2,200 for me. So photos sell. I'm asked frequently where I sell my furniture. I list it on Facebook Marketplace as well as Nextdoor. I also list it on Facebook groups. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but there are a lot of groups, and I'm sure they're all over the United States. There are groups for specific topics. In my area, there are a lot of groups that are like tag sale or garage sale groups or used furniture groups, and some of them have tens of thousands of members. So I always list it on Facebook, and then I belong to those groups and I automatically list it in those groups as well. It's all a part of Facebook Marketplace. You just click a couple of buttons. It's really easy. And then I've been testing for the past 3 weeks, boosting listings on Facebook Marketplace. I've had a lot of success with it. You pay to have it boosted, but then I also raise the price of my furniture to reflect that. It seems like my pieces are selling much more quickly when I boost them. So I'll let you know what my experience shows, but right now I'm finding that it's very helpful. I take great care in writing up my listing on Facebook Marketplace because that is one of the things that's going to sell the furniture. I indicate that it is in good condition, and then how I refinished it. I always mention that I use quality materials. I honestly don't think people care the brand. They just want to know that it's high quality materials. I mentioned that I prime it, I painted it, and I put a high quality sealer on it that will increase the durability to last for years to come. I list the dimensions. I mentioned terms. I personally only accept cash. Delivery is available for a fee. And then I mentioned that they need to bring help to carry it out to the car. I also describe the design style, but at the same time, I say that this particular design will go with a lot of different designs in your home. And then if I know, I mention that what the furniture is made of. I also mention that everything is functioning as if it were brand new. I price my furniture using a variety of factors. First of all, I've heard it said that if you're just starting out, you should discount your furniture. I do not believe in that. I believe that you should price your furniture based on the quality of the final product. If you're producing a high quality piece of furniture, then you should charge just as much as someone that's been flipping furniture for 10 years. I truly believe that. So one of the factors I take into consideration when determining the price of furniture is I search for sold items of the similar item on Facebook Marketplace. The video about the dining room set that I sold for $2,200 profit goes into a great deal about that, great deal of detail. So please review that for more information. I also evaluate the price of current items for sale. And then I take into consideration the time that it took me to refinish it. So I like to get at least $40 an hour, but I may charge $50 or $100 an hour. So I literally figured that out. If it took me 3 hours, actual time working on this piece of furniture, not chronological time. So if it took 3 hours over the course of 5 days to finish it, then I charge $50 an hour. That's $150 that I would add to all the costs associated with the item. That includes purchase costs, supplies, new knobs, new drawers, etc. And then lastly, I take into consideration the brand and quality of the furniture. So if I am selling a piece of furniture that is very low quality, it's 100% particle board, it's not particularly well made, then I certainly cannot charge top dollar for it. However, if it is a name brand, such as Broyhill, etc., and it's solid furniture, then I would definitely charge more for that particular piece of furniture. Upselling furniture. This is probably my favorite topic of this video. One of the ways that I upsell furniture is by establishing a bidding war on the item that is for sale. For example, I was selling a patio set. It was a really nice quality set, and I evaluated what I should sell it for based on the criteria I've already given you. I decided $100 would be about the most I could get, so I priced it $100. Within 4 hours after I had listed it, though, I had multiple people contact me about it. No, they didn't say, do you have it available? They said, when can I come pick it up? And that means they're going to buy it. So I thought, gosh, I must have underpriced it. I probably could have gotten more money for it. So what I did was I very carefully crafted a response to each one of these people. And I said that I had been offered $110 for this set, and would they be willing to pay more than $110? I wanted to give them the opportunity to pay more if they were willing to pay more. And over the course of the next day, I had 4 different people bidding on it, and in the end, I sold it for $160. I made a $60 additional profit on that set just because of that bidding war that I had established. So that's something you can try if you feel it's appropriate. And then the next way to upsell is when an item is sold and someone contacts you about it, you can offer to paint another one just like it. So I'm sure many of you have excess inventory sitting around, and you can very easily just duplicate the same style. I've done that several times now, and it makes it very easy because it's already sold. The last way is something I just started. I have been maintaining an inventory of just 1 or 2 queen size headboards and 1 or 2 king size headboards. They're very nondescript in their design, very simple. They'll go with a lot of different styles. Now, if you sell a dresser, nightstand, and a headboard, chances are people are going to call you up and say, I need a king size, you have a queen size. So that's why it won't work to provide them all as a set unless you buy them that way. So what I have been doing is when someone comes in to buy a dresser, I'll just mention to them, oh, do you need a headboard to go with that? And then I say, if you'd like, I have this headboard over here and I can paint it to match your dresser. That's been really, really popular. People really like that because they frequently do need a headboard. So one particular headboard I gotten for free. I had listed it on Facebook Marketplace for $25 just to get rid of it. It came with a dresser or something that I gotten for free. And I ended up selling that headboard for $200, painted, ready to go. So there you have it, everything that I've used in order to make a $5,900 profit flipping furniture part-time in 1 month. I certainly hope you found this information helpful, and I hope your furniture flipping is very successful. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it because that does help my channel. And if you got anything from this video, give me a thumbs up. I always respond to comments, so if you have any questions, add any comments below. And at the very end of this video, I'm going to list all the flips and the profit that I made from each one for you to review. Thank you for stopping by.
I've been lying here for too long. I don't know what else to do. I wanna get away from every little thing just to try to make it through. I've been thinking about my options, every detail in my head. But it doesn't really matter, nothing matters, so I cry instead.